Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We got an extra problem. It's a lingering problem always between Greece and Turkey, but this is an extra one. That means there's an incident that heightened the level of distrust and displeasure between the two countries, or at least their leaderships. But it's not only about the leaderships, because I met both. I met Turks and I met Greeks, and they don't like one another at all. So let's see what this article from Bloomberg tells us about their friendship. This is an article that came out yesterday, August 28th. Turkey says Greek missile system locked on its fighter jets. Now that means ready to start it. Greek air defense missile locked onto Turkish F-16 fighter jets flying in international airspace over the Mediterranean, the Turkish Defense Ministry said in a statement. Do you believe that? Well, we have no proof to disbelieve that. Greece is Russian-made S-300 air defense systems on the island of Crete, locked onto the Turkish planes on August 23rd as they flew over the Mediterranean, according to the statement. Earlier in the week, Turkey made a similar accusation against the Greek military. Turkey was trying to make, quote-unquote, fake news, and no such incident took place, an official at the Greek Defense Ministry said. The ministry has also disputed Turkey's account of the previous incident, saying in an August 23 statement that 4 of its F-16 fighter jets scrambled from Greece to intercept 5 Turkish jets that interfered with the route of a group of American B-52s that had permission to fly through Greek airspace. The dispute comes as tensions between the two NATO countries are on the rise again. It's gonna happen. Accidents will happen if they didn't already happen and we are not told about them. The dispute came as tensions between the two NATO countries are on the rise again. Turkey alleges that military forces on some Greek islands in the Aegean Sea exceed agreed-upon limits, and there is also an ongoing dispute over Turkey's natural gas exploitation in the Mediterranean in waters what are also claimed by Cyprus and Greece. So radar lock means that the radar system of a missile or fighter jet automatically follows a selected target, tracking its flight to be able to accurately strike. They are common in mock dogfights between countries that are not at war, where fighter jet pilots confront each other by targeting their rivals, but refrain from actually shooting. Well, so these guys will get in something sooner or later, and then what? Because these guys are part of that defense alliance called NATO, and they are very much hot-headed. I'm talking about at least Erdogan, who is ready, and he even showed, with the US backing, that on a Russian plane that allegedly crossed over its airspace when it was the Syria scuffle. If you remember, it was a Sukhoi 24 bomber shot down, and then there was a little problem over there between the two, but they mended fences eventually. So if that's Russia, what do you think they will do with the Greek airplane? They will just pulverize it. And believe me, that's how do you call it, an accident ready to happen. It's too obvious that these two countries have very much unsettled scores, and they will continue to have them, and I do not see how they, if each country is independent and still believes in its own history and own geography and all that, this problem will never be solved. Unless, why? Because the hatred is too much, too big. That's the first one. Second, that's overlapping of territories and islands claimed by Greece from Turkey, and then from Turkey claimed from Greece. And it's, I don't know, we look at the same thing, but we see a different color. We look at the green panel and I see it black and you see it white. There's no way you can change that perception. And you will not, because they already are like, I'm going to pay you back. I got you. That's kind of like, I got you, got me in Cyprus, yeah, I'm going to get you back. Well, things like this. The only way things will get a little bit hidden under the carpet, I think, is like in any kind of situation of this kind, is change the leadership and put a weasel leadership by the third party, which is the United States. So in this case, get rid of Erdogan, put a Sisi government that would sign anything that's needed, and they will, abide by whatever the United States tells them to do, and they will do it. But that's going to be temporary. Why is it going to be temporary? Because the nation has a, they call it, they have a conscious. Nations have conscious. That means they don't forget certain things. They have them imprinted. Now you can change the conscience of a nation with time and with a lot of propaganda, not only from the mass media, but with the schools. So if you start from the little ones, then you're gonna, when they grow, they will be yours. That's how you do. What do you think? Everybody's, bring the kids to me. Remember who said that? Bring the kids to me. And then it was the Hitler Jugend. The same way, you take care of a young population, you indoctrinate it. Why do you think you have? I know I'm going to be here smashed by some people, but that's a reality that I personally disagree with that for this reason. You get children in this Sunday schools and all that. They get exposed to a certain religious belief, and it's going to be harder for them to say, wait a second, let me ask some questions, because there's going to be always inside within them that Sunday school and all that, religious schools that they go. It's hard to break out of those. The same with Hitler Jugend, the same thing. I'm not making her, oh my God, it's a psychological way of doing things. I just gave the examples because was the easiest way to explain that. Obviously the parents do whatever they want with their kids, as long as it's not abuse, that's fine. But they raise their kids however they think, and whatever values, whatever religions, whatever ideologies, that's their duty. Hands off the kids, government. So that's one thing. So in this case, unless Turkey, or I'm not saying Turkey because, or let's get with both, but Erdogan is a little bit more aggressive than the Greek counterpart. So that's why I'm picking him as an example. But that could be changed with the right education and with the right mass media propaganda, all of it pushing in one direction. You can achieve that in about, 5-6 generations. You change the conscience of a nation. Now, obviously, you have to change the history. You have to raise the history and geography, historical events based on geography. Like this island was mine, but these evil Greeks took it from us, and so on. So that will happen. Something will happen, as I said, if it didn't happen. But I think if it happened, it would have happened. We would have heard Erdogan yapping around. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.